今日も素晴らしい一日ね。
Welcome back to Motherland Ursus, everyone! Today we are here in the Siracusano event, with the Bear Squad. I got my autos done in the farming stages, so let's have a look at them together. IS-8 here is the more complicated of the three, because there is such a massive enemy rush at the end. It doesn't even look like that. Everything is normal at the beginning, just a few enemies walking by, civs doing their best to be killed by the Familia, all the good stuff. These days we kinda take this for granted, but being able to deploy Jay like this during the opener is such a big deal. Before his mod it was so much harder to juggle him around, but now that 1 DP every 3 seconds make everything very easy. His module isn't new though, but I'm always amazed with all I can do with it. Who has a new module is Zima, who won't be around today. It happens. Sometimes you just don't need a Vanguard. Her mod doesn't change much. It decreases the deploy cost of Pioneers by an extra point, so she's 1 DP cheaper to deploy in this squad. Ain't that neat? Look at Jay, being sacrificed to the science right there just to delay him enough. If I let the dude get to Gami with too much time left on his skill, he completely murders her. And if it was only him, this wouldn't be a big deal, as you will see later. But in this stage specifically, there are way too many enemies being buffed as well, so it's kinda hard to stay alive. And now that we are close to the end, we prepare Jay to heal as much as we can together with Gami, and we heli drop Aurora on the second silencer. She won't survive all the casters and snipers on top of the big dude, but at least he will die with Rosa's help. Jay will die too to all the ranged damage, but that's why I brought B Hunter, to quickly sponge some damage and leave some extra time for Gami to cycle her skill. And just like that, our precious bears can acquire rocks. Not a pretty clear, but it gets the job done. Now to IS-9, a much more normal stage, where we can farm fluid. Honestly, I don't even know what uses fluid. I never farmed it because every time I needed some I had it already. But that's kinda how it goes for me with all these new mats. I might need some for new 4 stars, but even then, they are so cheap to raise that I always have enough. This stage itself is quite simple, as you can see. Just gotta make sure to not die to the priest spawning on the top box, and that's about it. Aurora will help us with the silencers again, and our girl Gami as always, keeping everything held together. This stage is a nice example on how sometimes we make things more complicated than they actually are. Before getting to this clear, I was trying to let the priest walk and kill him at the end, after he had spent all his ammo. But like, just kill him. That's so much easier and safer than trying to use Aurora's S1 to tank the shots and the silencer. Don't you feel like that sometimes? Like you're trying to do the impossible just to notice you're forgetting something obvious? Yeah, I find myself in this situation quite often. Not a very fun feeling, I gotta say. But as we wait for this stage to finish, how are you enjoying the event? Stocking up on rocks to never farm again until you need some more next week? One thing I really enjoyed is how they made a menu for story and ones for stages. That really helps getting around all the flair they put in the event map, which I do think is cool, but not really practical to use. I hope we see this feature coming back. As for the story, I didn't start reading it yet. I've been spending my time in IS-3, and man, that second boss is so weird. I love it. Here at the end, Aurora ends up dying to the silencer, but there's not enough skill left for him to kill Gami, so we're good. Let us get to IS-10. Funny thing about this stage, I didn't figure this out alone. A friend of mine sent me a screenshot of his clear, so that gave me the answer. Well, what can you do? Seems like I was too busy playing with quartz. Not a big deal though. I did try to cut this down, at least swap Rosa for Absinthe, but I couldn't find a way to deal with the boss second phase. His phase 1 is very simple, you'll have a lot of time to kill him before he starts using his skills on your ops, since there are 6 civs for him to target first. But during phase 2 it's very hard to tank him with Gami and Jay. And although Absinthe and Stina probably have enough damage to deal with him, I wasn't able to desync his walk from a silencer. And having both at the same time? No way. Since there's only one safe ranged tile, whoever is in the other spot will just be violently silenced. The biggest problem with trying to body him with Jay is the Mind's ASPD aura. I'm not sure if Jay would heal enough with his normal ASPD, but he sure can't with less than that. Having Rosa makes everything simple, as you will see in a moment. This stage really gives you a lot of time. The boss and the silencers loop once before going for the box. You have room to redeploy whatever you need, as I'm doing with Rosa. I imagine Texas just one-shots this guy? You can tell me in the comments. But what a cool aesthetic HG went for in this event. All the designs for the new characters are so good. My favorite's Vigil for sure, but the arts for Lapland, for Texas, Luna Cub, and that incredible Sora skin. Oh, what a queen! And of course that was not enough for them. The music is good as ever, and the cherry on top is the Italian voices. I only checked Lapland, so I can't talk about all of them. But man, what a great VA they got for Lapi. She nailed the character. And there goes the boss. Even if Gami died in the process. But anyway. It's so cool to see characters with very distinct nationality getting their homeland voices. Just like with Lu Zhao Hei and Nine Color Deer. Although Nine Deer only has her Chinese voice. Imagine how cool it would be. All our bears speaking Russian? Then in Tachanka for sure. Well, I guess not all the bears since some of them are from Lungman, but still, just a little thought. And as we finish this Alloy stage, I will ask you to like and subscribe. And of course, tell me your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear. Bears will be back for the EX stages, so stay tuned. This was Kuma, and I hope everyone has a very nice day. Peace out.